could go on a whole thing. Anyway, into the match. Kain versus Super Dan. This is winner's quarters, I'm pretty sure.
Stunned me. Oh yeah, I wasn't the first one that stunned in what is this? Whatever.
Lotion,
So,
thanks.
Lotion. So here we go. Starting in Pokemon Stadium 2, not a neutral stage.
You know,
when people go here.
Yeah, and one thing I want to mention right away is that both of these players have extremely great neutrals.
Oh yeah.
Kain, a lot of people say, for all veteran, neutral is his forte. He is, like, Wolf is one of those characters where if you have a great neutral and you just have good fundamentals, you're going to be a great Wolf main. Dan, known as one of the best Marios in Smash 4 in the Midwest, probably the best in the Midwest, excuse me.
Isn't Dark Wizzy Midwest?
Nope, Florida.
I think it was Midwest.
No.
Whatever.
So, ooh, nice forward smash.
Dark Wizzy.
He's Florida. He's Florida, come on.
No, I believe you. Up smash, gonna take it. What?
And we haven't seen some huge conversions so far. It's just kind of been like trading hits back and forth.
Well, I feel like with both these characters, you're kind of too scared to possibly commit because of how explosive they both can be.
Oh yeah, nice back air.
Yeah, really good back air. But like, because if you mess up with one hit on either of them, like you're gonna eat.
You're gonna eat a lot of percent.
As we see right here, possibly. Yeah, 41%, like basically off of like a couple just hits, and just like that, we're gonna take an up B. 82.
84.
And that's all. Like, yeah, like that's all just because like you've possibly did one unsafe thing or got hit once. So you should be super careful like how you're playing the neutral here.
And one thing we see Dan exploiting right now is like Wolf doesn't have crazy confirms at 0%.
No.
Like, and that's why he like committed a little bit more earlier in the stock so far. Like he has Kain at a huge 112% already. But if you're at this 25%, Wolf's not going to kill you with like some forward air thing. Like he might do some percent, but you're still going to be in the lead. So this is where we can see Dan commit a little bit more in neutral and just like throw out a lot of moves that are safe. And he's been doing that with that back air and that up smash. Back throw here probably won't do it. Kain, great DI.
Also, Wolf's like a bit bigger. Like, oh, never mind.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay, interesting. And this is where we're gonna have to see Dan like go hard on this stock. Good uppy, nice read on that jump, but Kain's not gonna land that grab. No punish. These are some pretty poor punishes from Kain.
Yeah, I feel like he's just missed spacing everything just by like a little bit. Oh, that might be it actually.
No, good low recovery. Dan wasn't able to get that, but nice up air to forward air.
Whoop, there it is.
Whoop.
Something that I want to see Dan do, and more Marios do in general, whereas if you see your opponent, like you took their jump or whatever, or they're pretty far out, and you have Flood, just run a Flood.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where if you mess up, like, it's like you can stay on stage and Flood too. Like maybe
it's not as fun though.
It's not as fun,
you do it
but
for
like it's.
What the question you should be asking yourself every time you do anything in this game, and this is a real thing, is would it go on Yeet Smash?
This is contradicting the exact thing I said last game.
Okay, idiot.
Okay, don't sass me. Game 2. Super Dan going up against Kain. Dan is 1-0 on Kain. Interesting forward tilt. That's really, like, it's a lot harder to hit that dash attack out of that down throw than people think. Like, there's so many times where I do it where I accidentally buffer a forward smash or a forward tilt. And, oh, interesting up B. Tried to that didn't try. Read Kain's grab out of shield. Kain finally has, Kain finally had him in disadvantage, but went for a charged forward smash. Not a lot off of that. Interesting attempt at a punish.
What Kain should just do is, and we kind of saw him doing this last match, and if you go back to what we said about James, when you have a move like Laser, or like good projectiles, just reset neutral.
Yeah,
or just slow down Dan's momentum, do something. Don't just like rush in there and miss something and take 4%. Like try to figure out, slow down the pace, you have 6 minutes, to try to figure something out. You're only on your second stock, and just like that, 2 stocks apiece.
Yeah, Kain has had some pretty iffy punishes so far in this game. That was a very good back air, finally catching that jump. But like, Dan's just really converting hard off a lot of Kain's unsafe options and just throwing out. Throws out that grab there.
He got the up, so that was my best stock, honestly, on the platform.
The one difference between Kain and Dan so far in this game is that Dan knows his safe options.
Oh, yeah.
And we can see that very clearly. Kain doesn't seem to be throwing out things like that are just safe. We see him like attempting to forward air and space it, but it's really just not putting any of the pressure on that he wants to put on Dan, and Dan is punishing him so hard for that. Nice forward smash. And this is what we saw last game. Dan's up a stock pretty convincingly. Might see another 2 stock if this keeps going at the pace that it's going. Great punishes by Dan. And Kain just isn't getting those confirms. Like, we just see Dan doing so much off of a throw. And, like, Kain is just throwing out one aerial and then praying that Dan messes up on his landing. Goes for a dash attack there. Has him in a pretty bad spot. Nice jump read. Goes for another forwarder. That's what he ended the game last time. Catches that up smash. Ooh, nice down smash. Ooh, no punish on that air dodge. And here we go. This is where he needs to really start doing stuff. Goes for that forward tilt. Ledge trap opportunity. Misses the back air.
Back throw? Yeah, that's not gonna take it yet.
Not even close. He just wants to put him in disadvantage. He needs to scrap for a kill here. Nice
forward
forward
tilt.
tilt. That's the safe stuff that he needs to be pulling off right now. That short hop back air to condition the
Good
shield
there.
drop.
This is really winnable for like Wolf in general.
This is winnable if he can draw out these punishes. Nice double jump, but steal, but
Up B now.
yeah, he just another forwarder misspaced.
Up smash? No, up air. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Good up smash. And Kain did a lot better job at that end of the second game.
For sure.
Just learning the safe options and just like conditioning Dan into dropping shield at ledge. We saw that back air into the forward tilt that took the stock. Like, Kain was doing a relatively good job at just conditioning him later, but Dan was just in such a lead, and he was, like, punishing those unsafe options that he was just able to take that game.
Yeah.
And eventually the set.